this is Al Fogel, South Beach, Florida, with another spontaneous discourse. You know, the other day I had inquired with Microsoft Corporation about a certain application that I needed for my proposed ebook. The publisher needed it in a Microsoft Word format. So I was speaking to a rep on the phone and asking her, inquiring about how I can obtain a Microsoft Word or doc. And we talked for a while, and she was very helpful, very nice. And then I had a few moments to spare, so I said, listen, do you like your job? How long have you worked there? Oh, I love it, I love it. I've worked here about 5 years, and I really like my job. I said, you know, Bill Gates, he started out in his garage. And would you like to meet him someday? Would you like to meet him? She says, oh boy, would I ever. Well, someday I really hope to meet him. You know, I really do. And I said, you know what? It will never happen. Because someday never happens. That's in the far distant future. You want it to happen? I'll tell you what you do. It's very simple. You send Mr. Gates an email saying basically that you like working for him and you admire his corporation, but if he's ever in the Philippines, I think that's what you said you were from. If you're ever in the Philippines, please stop by. I'd love to have dinner, or we'd go out to a restaurant. I'd love to talk to you. And she said, oh my God, I don't think I could ever. I said, why not? I can never do that. Why not? He's just a man like you. He's just a man. He gets up in the morning, probably groggy. He needs a cup of coffee. He goes into the bathroom, brushes his teeth. He does have a skill. He's got a great skill for computers. He started out, you know, learning about computers. And he has a great business mind. But other than that, I'm sure there's other areas that you can provide, you know, some talent or some inspiration for him, because we all have, you know, talents. But if you say someday, you know, it's good, maybe I'll meet him, it's never going to happen. You can make it happen. And I'll tell you another secret, that thousands upon thousands of people are thinking just what you thought. Oh, someday I'd love to meet Bill Gates. Oh man, boy, what if he stops? But nobody will ever take the next step, which is to say you want to meet him. I mean, the worst you can say is no, or I'm not busy right now. I'm busy right now, but you know, maybe in the future. But you're taking action. You're saying, I really want to meet you, Bill Gates. And you do it in a nice email or whatever. I mean, it'll happen. The odds are he'll say, oh my God. He'll turn to his wife and say, gee, this is strange. This woman here, one of my workers here, she wants to meet me. She's offering me her, you know, to go out with me if we're ever in the Philippines, and to treat me, you know, be our host. That's never happened to me. That's what Bill Gates will say. And there's a good chance it's going to happen. The point is, nothing happens in the future because the future, and nothing happens in the past because the past is dead. The future is unknown. But if you really want to do something, you do it now. Take action. It's all a numbers game. I mean, you know, if you hit 1 out of 3 baseballs, you make the Hall of Fame. 333 average, a lot of people make the Hall of Fame by 1 out of 3. Another thing, say you're a pretty good-looking guy and you want to meet a girl, and you're having problems. You know, you're walking the street and nobody's responding to you. And I would ask you, do you ever say hello? Oh, well, you know, I'm afraid they'll reject. You know, fear of rejection. But why? It's a numbers game. I said, here's what you do. You go in your local city, wherever you're from. You see, each day you see, say, 5 or 6 girls that you're really attractive to. They're attractive. What you do is you say, hello, how are you? Do it about 5 or 6 times a day. Now, what will happen? What will happen is, most of them will say, oh, what is he trying to sell? What's his shtick? What's his ulterior motive? But the sixth one will say hello back. And you'll probably be engaged in a conversation which could lead to a relationship. You find out you have things in common. But it begins with hello. It's a numbers game. That's all it is. And you'll see, by doing this every day, if you're a guy and you really want a relationship, you go up to 6 or 8 or 10 women every day. One of them will say hello. 9 of them will refuse. And then after a while, you'll look forward to the refusals, to the rejections. You'll say, oh boy, I'm at 8 now. Oh boy, I got the odds in my favor now, for sure. God bless.